Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with, now they looking nervously. And I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet next to me.
I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
I can't contain it, I'm coming out with a statement. You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future, we all start losers. We're all late bloomers, gotta struggle through the sewer.
What you say? Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing tonight? It's good to see y'all. First thing we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you so much for letting me do that. All right, let's say hello, Rift. Hello, Rocket Queen. Tattooed Angel, but she's beside me. There's Shane, Tammy Crimes, and Nightbot. Well, as soon as you come in, hit that thumbs up, hit that share, and hit the subscribe if you haven't. And thank you in advance for doing that. But if you already have, thank you. It means a lot to us. So let's see here. Oh, you can't see us. How's that? There's Becca.
Hey guys.
So how's everybody doing tonight? Is it getting cool where you're at? Starting to get cool over here. Ooh, 65 degrees outside. I might have to go outside and sit and drink a cup of coffee afterwards. So tonight's story, but before I get into that, if you haven't already done it, please go over on T-Rev's community page and send him prayers. I won't mention what's wrong. If he wants to, he can. But God knows the reason. So please go over and say prayers for him. This happened. I think last night. So if you don't care, go over and say prayers. Like I said, I won't put it out what the need is, but you might see it on his community page. So if you don't care, do that for me. I've already went over and I put it on my community page. They're saying, hey, Becca.
Hey.
What's up, Rift? Okay, thank you, Shane. Like I said, if anybody has it, please go over and do that, because T-Red was at it hot and heavy this week with the manhunt. And this happened, I think, last night before last. I can't remember exactly, but he come on and said something about it. But like I said, I won't put it out there. If he wants to, you can. But if it's written down on his community page, you can read it there. But go over and throw him some prayers out. He needs them. Yeah, they sure did. Found a lot of them. Let's go over here and get this over here. Let me get this set up, guys, so I can be able to read it. All right, first thing that we're going to do is we're going to bring this up. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that on screen? Put a 1 in chat if you can see it. Okay, thank you, Tammy. Nephilim. Nephilim is Hebrew or mysterious beings or people in the Hebrew Bible who are described as being large and strong. The Hebrew word Nephilim directly translates to the fallen ones. Their origins are disputed. Some view them as offspring of fallen angels and humans. Others view them as offspring of the descendants of Seth and Cain. The main reference to them is in Genesis 6, 1 through 4, but the passage is ambiguous and the identity of the Nephilim is disputed. According to the book of Numbers 13:33, 10 of the 12 spies report the existence of Nephilim in Canaan prior to its conquest by the Israelites. A similar or identical Hebrew term read as Nephilim by some scholars, or as the word fallen by others, appears in the book of Ezekiel 32:27, and is also mentioned in Deuterocanonical books of Judah 16:6, Sirach 16:7, Baruch 3:26 through 28, and Wisdom 14 through 6. The Brown Driver Briggs lexicon gives the meaning of Nephilim as giant and holds that proposed etymologies of the word and are all very precarious. Many suggested interpretations, are based on the assumption of the word that is derivative of Hebrew verbal root fall. Robert Baker Girdlestone argued in 1871 the word comes from hyphal causative, stem, implying that Nephilim are to be perceived as those that cause others to fall down. Ronald Hindle states that it is a passive form, one to have fallen grammatically and analogous to, can't pronounce that, pequid, one who is appointed, a deputy or overseer, a seer, one who is bound. The majority of ancient biblical translations, including the Septuagint, Theodotion, Latin, Vulgate, Samaritan, Targum, Targum Onkelos, and Targum Neophiti, I can read, interpret the word to mean giant. What's that next one?
Demachus.
Symmachus, translate as the violent one. An Achilles translation has been interpreted to mean either the fallen one or the ones falling upon the enemy. Why not? I've only seen it, heard it the one time, but I've seen all kinds of things pop up, and if it's out there, I'll tell y'all if y'all want to know. Archaeologist George Ernest, hey Night Demon, George Ernest Wright believes that the belief in the Nephilim, especially as giants, originated from the Hebrews' contemplation of Transjordan megalithic structures and Cycloponian masonry-based walls of Canaanite cities, with some being 18 foot thick. That's a big-ass wall. Wright also notes that ancient Palestinians were relatively short, both before and after 3000 BCE, with no significant findings of abnormally sized aborigines. Biblical professor Brian R. Doak, on the other hand, believes that Nephilim lore is a polemic against the tropes of epic and heroism commonly found in the world views of cultures similar to the Hebrews. J.C. Greenfield similarly believes that Nephilim lore is based on the negative aspect of the Apkallu tradition in Sumerian mythology. The Apkallu were 7 antediluvian culture heroes who were praised for their exceptional wisdom. In fact, some were even called the son of Eve. The Anakites, who are associated with Nephilim, are mentioned in the Egyptian execration text of the Middle Kingdom as one of Egypt's political enemies in Canaan. In the Hebrew Bible, there are 3 interconnected passages referring to Nephilim. 2 of them come from the Pentateuch. The first occurrence is in Genesis 6, 1-4, immediately before the account of Noah's Ark. Genesis 6-4 reads as follows. The Nephilim were in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, and they bore children from them. The same were the mighty men that were of old, and the men of renown. Where the Jewish Publication Society's translation simply transliterates the Hebrew Nephilim as Nephilim, the King James Version translates the term as giants. The nature of Nephilim is complicated by the ambiguity of Genesis 6:4, which leaves it unclear whether they are the sons of God or their offspring, who are the mighty men of old, men of renown. Richard Hess takes it to mean that the Nephilim are the offspring, as does P.W. Cox. The second is Numbers 13:32-33, where 10 of the 12 spies report that they have seen fearsome Nephilim in Canaan, and there we saw the Nephilim, the sons of Anak, who came of the Nephilim and were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight. Outside the Pentateuch, there is one more passage indirectly referencing Nephilim, and this is Ezekiel 32:17 through 32. Of special significance is Ezekiel 32:27, which contains a phrase of disputed meaning with the traditional vowels added to the text in the medieval period. The phrase is read Giborium Nephilim, fallen warriors or fallen Giborium. Although some scholars read these phrases as Giborium Nephilim, Nephilim warriors or warriors Nephilim, according to Ronald S. Hindle, the phrase should be interpreted as warriors the Nephilim, in reference to Genesis 6:4. The verse, as understood by Hindle, reads, "They lie with the warriors, the Nephilim of the old, who descended to Sheol with their weapons of war. They placed their swords beneath their heads and their shields upon their bones, for the terror of the wars was upon the land of the living." Reinhard Oak, on the other hand, proposes to read the term as the Hebrew word fallen, not a use of the specific term Nephilim, but still, according to Doak, a clear reference to the Nephilim tradition as found in Genesis. All right, to me, okay, let me find it.
That's exactly right, Miss Tammy. She said, Rick, I see a lot of church buildings, but I've been out of them past 30 years. We are the church, not the buildings. Exactly. Exactly. And Rick, my sperm donor was a preacher. Not anymore, but he was. So I was raised in it all my life as well.
Just a second. All right. This is where I first heard about giants, and I was 5, 6 years old. David was only a young boy when he decided to go toe to toe with the Philistine giant. Everyone else was too afraid to fight because it seemed like more than they could overcome. The only way this battle will be won was by trusting God to intervene. On his own, David was an underdog, but with God, he was an overcomer. When the church comes together in great faith, there is nothing it cannot do. Today, Pastor Ray shares how underdog champions in God's kingdom can be champions. Hold on, guys. That's not what I was looking for. What was it? Right here. Let's just do this. All right, First Samuel 17-23, King James Version. As he talked with them, behold, there came upon the champion, the Philistine of Gath, Goliath by name, out of the armies of the Philistines, and spake according to the same words, and David heard them. But in the book that I read, David slew Goliath. But now let's go on and find these giants. Let's go on and find these giants. We're going to look at some I'm going to look at some videos first, or pictures first. And guys, I'm not saying this is real. I'm not saying it ain't. Because, you know, it's hard to believe the stories that you hear. All right. Since 2004, this doctored image has helped give legs to tall tales of ancient giant humans. Oh, my goodness. No, not going to do it. No, not going to do it. All right, let's go down here. Hey, Truth Seeker.
The Truth Seeker.
What? All right. That's a big ass head. What do you think about that?
Huge.
All right.
Thank you for sharing, Truth Seeker.
In the early 20th century, there was a bizarre wave of articles sweeping news about discovery of giant skeletons all over America. If the newspapers are to be believed, remains of humans 7 feet tall or more are often described as having double rows of teeth and other abnormalities. But if these numerous accounts are true, where are these giant skeletons now? It's commonly believed that they were nothing more. And look, guys, I'm just saying, if the government finds out about stuff like this and they don't want you to know, they're going to go get them bones and they're going to hide them in a secure place. And there's all kinds of secure places. Go to Denver International Airport. Or not Denver, where is that airport? That's the underground city? I know y'all know which airport I'm talking about. Go there. Look under there. They were the offspring of the son of gods and the daughters of men.
What's it called?
Huh?
Airport that had the CD in it.
Yeah.
I want that.
All right. Let's watch. Too long. This is from. Hey, Mama P.I.
It says Denver.
Okay, it's Denver International Airport. All right, I'm gonna bring this up, and it's gonna be a video. So we'll see what this is. Tell me if y'all can see it.
Live. Start advertising now on TV with Vibe.co.
In the book of Genesis, it says that the sons of God came into the daughters of men. They created a hybrid offspring who are called the Nephilim, or the fallen ones. They're referred to as the giants or the mighty ones, and some believe they were between 8 and 15 feet tall.
This is handed down.
Okay,
not
wait a minute.
only in the Bible.
You heard him say how tall? 8 to 15 foot tall. I'll show you some tall people that are actually alive today, and one that was well over 8 feet tall. Here in a minute.
This is also handed down in Sumerian languages, that some of the gods had sex with humans and the offsprings were giants. Mythology is full of giants, and we have to look at these old myths with modern languages. Change the word of angel into extraterrestrial. In the beginning of time, extraterrestrials had sex with humans, and the product of this sexual contact were giants.
Is it possible that as geneticists continue to decode the human genome, they will find that among our various hominid ancestors is a missing link to enormous beings from another world?
Ancient DNA is perhaps
See, Mama P.I.'s dad was 7'1".
area of study
So
in all of my work.
why do they want to hide
There is the
bigger
potential
people?
chance here that we could find direct evidence of the ancestors of modern humans. I suspect we'll find lineages of a race of giants.
Could it be that just like some humans have traces of Neanderthal DNA, there could still be similar traces of alien human giants that scientists have yet to...
All right. Let me find that right quick.
Is there a lot of tall people in your family, Mama Pia? You said your dad was 7'1". Wow, that's tall. That's extremely tall. Your mom was only 5'3". Wow. Wow. Oh, she said her dad's side's very tall. Ghost Devil 6'3". What's up, Ghost Devil?
You're a short fella. Oh no, 6'3". Never mind.
6'3".
I thought it said 5'3".
He's like a foot and a half taller than I am.
All right, check this out. U.S. military encounters a 15-foot giant in the caves of Afghanistan. Don't know why. Oh, that's probably right. What's up, my brother from another mother?
Strange, yet true stories. Tales from the light side, WND.com. It's one of the most bizarre stories to come out of America's longest war. An allegation United States Special Forces engaged and killed a giant in Afghanistan. But it's being reported by multiple sources. Several eyewitnesses claim the battle not only took the life of an American soldier, but that the government flew the huge corpse of the attacker back to the United States. Reporter and researcher L.A. Marzulli explores the spectacular charge in the newest installment of The Watchers, a blockbuster series investigating the real evidence behind the Nephilim. These creatures were the offspring of the sons of God, the angels and the daughters of men. In Genesis chapter 6, verse 4, and Numbers chapter 13, verse 33, the Bible speaks of giants populating the earth. When ordinary people saw them, they said, "We were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight." A strange passage, but one Marzulli contends is backed by evidence. What's more, these giants didn't just exist in biblical times, but live on through the present day. According to one of the interviews in the program, a special forces team operating in Afghanistan in 2002 encountered one of the creatures while on a patrol looking for a lost unit in an isolated part of the country. The soldier tells Marzulli his unit made its way along a goat path near a cave where the team noticed an unusual pattern of rocks, bones, and, ominously, a broken piece of communications equipment of the type used by the American military. While pondering this, the team was surprised by a man at least 12 to 15 feet in height. The creature had long, red hair and pierced one operator, identified as Dan, with a pike-like weapon. The remainder of the team opened fire, repeatedly shooting the creature in the face and eventually killing it. The full length of the engagement was only 30 seconds.
Okay, you heard them say they engaged it and killed it. Again, I will say, if there is no body, it lies on the government. Remember what they kept hid from us since Roswell, and now they're just now coming out with it. So, and I put a poll in there. Y'all go hit that poll. Tell me what you think. Give me your opinions on the poll, and here in a little while, we'll bring it down. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, hit that share button, and hit subscribe. Share this out everywhere. I don't care where you share it out at. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever. Bathroom walls, at a truck stop, at a gas station, wherever. Just share it out. Let everybody know. Thank you. So let's go on and finish listening to this.
After the battle, while mourning their fallen comrade, the military sent a helicopter to remove the creature. It was too big. We couldn't move it, the soldier claimed. It smelled worse than a skunk, a corpse that's been around for a while. The communication was sent out that we had a very large, possibly human creature. But the soldiers were told afterward to rewrite their after-action reports. So we had to rewrite it the way they wanted it, the man claimed. The soldier confirmed the giant was armed with a weapon similar to the type Marzulli identified as the Nephilim lance, found at another location and tied to other evidence of the existence of this creature. Other sources support this bizarre story. George Norrie, host of the wildly popular radio program Coast to Coast AM, appears in the film to discuss his interview with a C-130 pilot who claims he transported the giant's corpse back to a base in Ohio. The pilot said the creature was approximately 12 feet tall and weighed approximately 1,100 pounds. It just sounds like the Nephilim from the Bible, doesn't it? Norrie enthused. Marzulli blasted what he called a government effort to cover up the spectacular story and prevent those involved from speaking out. People have a right to know about this stuff, he said. If there are 15 or 18 footers roaming the earth and our military has brought them down, we have a right as American citizens to know about it. I mean, this isn't classified military stuff. This is something we need to know. Another operator who spoke to Marzulli said those in power have a vested interest in keeping the story covered up. This soldier testified there were rumors at his base in Afghanistan about the engagement with what became known as the Giant of Kandahar. We started hearing a rumor about a unit that killed what they were calling a really tall person, he told Marzulli. At first, I didn't think anything of it. I come to find out that the person they killed was actually 3 times the size of a man, had extra digits on its hand and its feet, and had red hair. A special unit had come and wanted this target. We'd heard they'd killed this thing inside a cave or the mouth of a cave. The soldier alleged the rumor was actually widely circulated among military forces in Afghanistan. There was common knowledge among the military to hear this, he charged. Years later, I came to find out when I had returned from Afghanistan and had met other military members that had not been in the operations with me. If you would bring up the Giant of Kandahar, they'd know about it. He confessed the story sounds ridiculous. At first you think, this has got to be a joke. This has got to be a hoax, he admitted. Then after things go down a certain way, and you keep hearing it, you start to realize it's not a joke. They keep telling us to keep our weapons high, which means normally you are ready to put 2 in the chest or in the head. But they kept telling us to put it towards a man's head and put it higher. So we would question, why do they want us to shoot higher than a man's head? The soldier also said local people told seemingly ridiculous stories about giants who would attack humans, even eat them. We would hear the locals talk about rumors of these giants, he said. They said they would live in the caves and they would eat people. They were cannibals. At the time, we compared it to tales of Bigfoot in the United States. Every culture has that kind of folklore. To actually all of a sudden hear that a military unit had killed something, though, the soldier trailed off. In the film, Marzulli investigates not only the incredible story about the events in Afghanistan,
It may have hurt his neck
other
to look
evidence
down,
of
Tammy.
strange creatures, including skeletons and skulls found all over the world. He suggests the sheer preponderance of evidence shows there is something substantial to these seemingly mythical tales of giants told all around the world by various cultures. And for one group of American soldiers, it may have been deadly real. The only question now is whether more military personnel can step forward and reveal the truth about the giant of Kandahar once and for all. This has been another strange but true story. If you
And let's go here. You got to thank the commercial.
Humans might not be the tallest living beings on Earth.
Okay, now this is people that actually exist today. Every language knows about David and Zion. 130 different places in the world. Tell me about it. Exactly.
But there are quite a few of them who make giants seem real. The average person rarely grows beyond 6 feet, and yet there exist men and women with record-breaking heights. Among the billions of people inhabiting this planet, it's kind of impossible not to stand out when you're above 8 feet tall and towering over almost everyone. This kind of height comes with its own advantages and disadvantages, so the exceptionally tall people
Well,
have
that's
to
a tall
deal with
glass
both.
of water.
Join us as we look at 15 real-life giants who exist today. Number 1. Sultan
Yeah.
Kosin.
I've seen it, Ghost Devil.
Kosin is a Turkish farmer who was born in December of 1982 in a village in Turkey. The man holds the Guinness World Record for being the tallest man alive in the entire world. Sultan Kosin is a whopping 8 foot 2.82 inches tall.
That's
He is of
big.
Kurdish ethnicity, and despite being above 8 feet tall, he's the 7th tallest man known in history. As a child, Sultan was unable to complete his studies because of his increasing height, so instead he began working as a farmer part-time.
He wouldn't even
His
have to jump,
abnormal
would he?
growth was
Damn
the
it.
result of a medical condition known as gigantism and acromegaly, caused by a tumor that affected his pituitary gland. Because of this condition, Sultan uses crutches to walk. According to him, being this tall allows him to see a great distance, and he can easily help his family and friends with domestic tasks such as changing light bulbs and hanging curtains. But with pros, there are also cons, like not being able to find appropriately sized clothing, especially because his limbs are so long. He also struggles to find shoes that
That's a
fit,
big ass
and his
shoe.
hands are the longest measured in a living person at 11.2 inches, so finding gloves for him is a real challenge. It's also very obvious that he finds it difficult to fit into any average-sized car. Kosin
I got to say this, guys. I got to say this, and it's going to be perverted. Okay? Wonder how big his rubbers are.
Oh my goodness, his balloons.
received gamma knife treatment for his tumor and was also provided with medication to control his excessive growth hormone levels in 2012, and it was confirmed that the treatment effectively stopped his growth. He then married a Syria-born woman named Merve Debo in October of 2013, who is about 10 years younger than him, but they ended up getting divorced in 2021. Number 2. Rumeysa Gelgi. Rumeysa Gelgi was born in January of 1997, and she's currently the tallest living woman in the world. She is a Turkish advocate, researcher, and freelance front-end developer. She was homeschooled her entire life and was announced as the tallest living teenager in the world in 2014. 7 years later, in October of 2021, she was announced as the tallest woman by the Guinness World Records. The 25-year-old also holds a number of other records, which includes the longest fingers, the largest hands, and the longest back on a living woman. She is 7 foot 0.71 inches tall. Gelgi lives in Turkey, and her abnormal height is the result of a condition called Weaver's syndrome. This is a rare disease which includes rapid growth hormone production, amongst other abnormalities. It actually affects men 3 times more than it does women. As a child, she had to undergo open heart surgery due to congenital heart diseases when she was just 1 year old. Rumesa uses a wheelchair to move around because of her condition, but she can walk for short periods of time with the help of a walker. She also requires a special seat in order to be able to sit down, and according to her, despite the challenges that she faces because of her height, she's grateful for being the way that she is. She also wishes to use her title to raise awareness of diseases and conditions like hers. In November of 2033, Gelgi was able to fly on a plane for the very first time in her life, thanks to the efforts of Turkish Airlines. They ended up removing 6 rows of chairs from one of their planes in order to ensure that she had a comfortable flight from Istanbul to San Francisco, and they then replaced the seats with a special stretcher just for her. Number 3, Zainab Bibi. Zainab Bibi is from Pakistan and was the tallest woman in Pakistan with a reported height of 7 feet and 2 inches. She was named the tallest woman in the Guinness Book of World Records in 2004 and had been suffering from diabetes, hypertension, and osteoporosis for years. She was under treatment for a kidney ailment when she passed away in 2018 at the age of 46 years old. According to her relatives, her height began increasing rapidly at the age of 15, and by the time that she had reached 20, she was 7 feet 2 inches tall. She would first be noticed when popular television.
Did you see the guy standing beside her?
According to her relatives, her height began increasing rapidly at the age of 15, and by the time that she had reached.
Wow. Holy moly.
Goodness gracious. And she's 7 what?
7'2".
7'2".
They're
And
right
these
good.
guys are standing head over her. This guy especially.
They're
He's
well
head and
over
shoulders. Huh?
Well over 8 feet.
Easy.
Reached 20, she was 7 feet 2 inches tall. She would first be noticed when popular television show host Tariq Aziz invited her to his new show in 1998. After she was declared the tallest woman by Guinness World Records, she was then invited to a number of countries, visiting 15 of them, which included France, Germany, and the UK. Zainab Bibi had mentioned her terrible financial conditions in an interview that she had given to a private news channel and said that she was struggling to make ends meet because of her illness. She remained single until her death, as her height and medical conditions were a hurdle in her personal, intimate life. Number 4, Andre the Giant. Andre Rene Roussimoff is better known by his in-ring name, Andre the Giant. He was a French professional.
This guy here, though, he may have been a giant, but he was athletic as hell for a guy that size.
Wrestler and famous actor for his exceptional size. Born in May of 1946, Andre suffered from gigantism that was caused by an excess production of growth hormone. He was also called the 8th wonder of the world by all of his fans and began his career in 1966, later relocating to North America in 1971.
I did too.
From 1973 all throughout the mid.
They said he could sit there and drink and drink and drink, and it would take I don't remember the exact amount that they said, but it equaled to it's either 2 or 3 kegs of beer before he would get shit-faced drunk.
Wow.
3 kegs by himself.
Shit.
Damn.
Mid-80s.
I do 3 kegs. I'm out for a long, long time.
Roussimoff wrestled for a promotion throughout.
I'm not even doing 3 legs.
I seriously can't believe that I got this, a legit Bose SoundLink speaker, in the mail for free. All I had to do was go to the website.
United States as a special attraction for the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, later to be known as the WWF. During the wrestling boom of the 1980s, he became the mainstay for the company. His feud with Hulk Hogan would also help to attract public attention, especially when he defeated Hogan to win the WWF Championship in 1988. Roussimoff was a whopping 7 foot 4 inches tall, weighing in at 236 kilograms. His WWF career wound down after WrestleMania 6 in 1990. He then wrestled primarily for All Japan Pro Wrestling until his sudden death in 1993. He would become the inaugural inductee of the WWF Hall of Fame after he had died, and he also tried his luck in acting, appearing in various movies and television, which included The Princess Bride, Zorro, The Greatest American Hero, and Conan the Destroyer. In 1974,
I don't remember him in that. Conan the Destroyer.
I loved him.
the Guinness Book of World Records would mention him as the then highest paid wrestler in history, with an annual salary of around $400,000. He died at the age of 46 due to congestive heart failure in his sleep at a hotel in Paris, and left his estate to his sole beneficiary, his daughter Robin Christensen. Number 5. Morteza Merzad. Morteza Merzad was born in September of 1987 in Iran. He's an Iranian volleyball player and plays for the national sitting volleyball team and the team of Messhar Babak. With a height of 8 foot 1 inches, Morteza is famous as the tallest living man in Iran and second tallest living man in the world. He suffers from a rare medical condition called...
Was that guy sitting on his ass and tall as the fucking net?
Yep, I think it's a special.
Famous as the tallest living man in Iran and second tallest
Okay. Just
living man in the world. He suffers from a rare medical condition called acromegaly that's triggered by excessive production of growth hormone in the pituitary gland of the brain. He was over 6 feet 2 inches tall at just the age of 16, and when he was 15, he got into a bicycle accident and suffered serious pelvic fracture. Because of this accident, his right leg would stop growing, so now it's around 15 centimeters shorter than his left. The Iran national head coach would spot his talent in 2011 after watching a television program that featured unusual and differently abled people, of which Morteza was a part. He immediately got in touch with him and convinced him to play sitting volleyball. After selection for the national team and undergoing training, he then finally made his international debut in 2016 at the Paralympics qualifiers. He was then selected for the national team and eventually went on to compete in the 2016 Summer Paralympics sitting volleyball final, in which he was the top scorer with 28 points for Iran. Morteza won the gold medal at the 2016 Summer Paralympics, and then again he won 2 gold medals and the Golden Ball for the best player in the world in 2022. Number 6. Yao Defen. Yao Defen was born in 1972 to a poor family of farmers in China. She was recognized as the tallest living woman by the Guinness Book of World Records, standing at a height of 7 foot 8 inches and weighed around 157 kilograms. Yao is recorded as the third tallest woman in history, just 5 inches shorter than Xing Jinlin, the tallest woman known in history. Her extraordinary stature was caused by gigantism, a condition in which a tumor in the pituitary gland causes excessive growth hormone. She was 6 foot 11 inches tall by the age of 15. Doctors who diagnosed her condition refused to treat her as her family was unable to afford the surgery. She was illiterate, so she then traveled around with her father performing for money. Around the year 2002, her tumor would finally be removed in a hospital in Guangdong. She appeared on the TLC cable TV network in 2009, and according to reports, she fell in her house and suffered internal bleeding, but eventually recovered. She passed away at the age of 40 due to an unknown ailment in 2012. By the time of her death, she lived in a house that she shared with her mother in a small village. Number 7. Igor Vovkavinsky. Igor Vovkavinsky, also known as Igor Landin, was a Ukrainian-American law student and actor. He was born in September of 1982 in Ukraine and also bagged the world record for being the tallest living person in the United States at 7 foot 8.33 inches tall. He is originally from the Ukraine and moved to Rochester, Minnesota in 1989 to receive treatment at the Mayo Clinic. Back then, he was at least 6 feet tall. He also acted in a few films and commercials, such as the comedy Hall Pass, rising to fame when pictures of him wearing a t-shirt that read "World's Biggest Obama Supporter" went viral at a Barack Obama rally. He was the first person to become the tallest living person in 2 separate countries, and also joined singer Zlata Ognovich in representing Ukraine in the Eurovision Song Contest in 2013. When he was 27 years old, he then traveled to New York and was declared America's tallest living person by a Guinness World Records adjudicator on the show. His abnormal height was attributed to a tumor pressing on his pituitary gland, which causes an increased amount of growth hormone. Igor would announce that he was undergoing treatment for a heart condition in 2019 and then passed away in 2021 after remaining hospitalized for heart disease at the age of 38. Number 8, Robert Waldau. Robert Pershing Waldau was the tallest person in recorded history for whom there is undeniable evidence. Also known as Alton the Giant and the Giant of Illinois, he was born in 1918 in Alton, Illinois. Waldau was a whopping 8 foot 11.1 inches tall, weighing around 199 kilograms at the time of his death.
8.11 inches, guys.
Almost 9 feet. Wow.
Look at him in the picture.
Oldest of 5 siblings.
Look at that. Look how big that mug is. Jesus.
Robert.
All right.
Robert was taller than his father by the time that he was 8 years old. A special desk had to be constructed for him in elementary school, and he was 8 foot 4 inches tall by the time that he graduated from high school.
Wow.
Afterwards, he would enroll in Shirtlift College to study law. Waldau required leg braces in order to walk and didn't have a lot of feeling in his legs and feet. Despite that, though, he never used a wheelchair. He became a celebrity in 1936 when he did a U.S. tour with the Ringling Brothers Circus, appearing at Madison Square Garden and Boston Garden in the center ring. Robert refused to wear a top hat and tails for his circus appearances. He also did a promotional tour with the International Show Company that provided him shoes free of charge. He wanted to be known as a person working in advertising, not being exhibited as a freak. Waldau belonged to the Order of the Demale, the Masonic-sponsored organization for young men, and also become a Freemason later. During a professional appearance in July of 1940, the Manistee National Forest Festival, a faulty brace irritated his ankle and caused an infection. He then had to undergo a blood transfusion and surgery, but because of an autoimmune disorder, his condition deteriorated and he passed away in his sleep. Even his coffin was massive at over 10 feet, and he had to be carried by 12 pallbearers and 8 assistants. In 1986, a life-size statue of Robert would be erected opposite of the Alton Museum of History and Art as a tribute to him. Number 9, Neil Fingleton. Neil Fingleton was born in December of 1980 in Durham, and he was an English actor and basketball player. Fingleton was the tallest British-born man and also the tallest man in the European Union at 7 foot 7.56 inches tall. He's considered amongst the 25 tallest men in the world. His title as the tallest man was confirmed by Guinness World Records in the summer of 2007. After attending a basketball camp in Connecticut at the age of 16, Fingleton decided to attend high school in the United States. He moved to Worcester, Massachusetts, and began attending Holy Name Central Catholic High School, from where he graduated in 2000. He helped the Holy Name basketball team to the Central Massachusetts Division I title and a berth in the Massachusetts final game in 1999. Fingleton was also granted a basketball scholarship to the United States and initially played at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, later at the College of the Holy Cross in Worcester. He underwent back surgery in August of 2000 and earned a medical red shirt from North Carolina. He graduated from college in 2004 with a degree in history, and his professional debut was in the 2004 and 5 season with the Boston Frenzy of the ABA. He then continued to play until 2007, when an injury would force him to retire. Afterwards, he returned to Durham in order to make a career in show business. He appeared in a number of hit television shows and films, which included Game of Thrones, Doctor Who, Jupiter Ascending, and X-Men: The First Class. Fingleton then passed away in February of 2017 at the age of 36 due to heart failure. Number 10, Sun Mingming. Sun Mingming is a former professional basketball player who's from China. He holds the record for being the tallest professional basketball player in the world. Measured by the Guinness World Records, his height is 7 feet 9 inches, and he weighs around 168 kilograms. Born in a small town in China, Mingming began playing.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is the guy that played in the movie with Chris Rock and what's his name? The little Chinese fellow. Jackie Chan and Chris Rock in where they go to China, and so what is the name of that? Look at it. I think this is who that is. Jackie Chan and Chris Rock movie. Rush Hour. I think he was the tall Chinese guy that slung him around on them sticks. Stepped on his corn and all that.
Playing basketball at the age of 15. He attended a community college known as Ventura College in California, playing basketball there for the 2005 and 2006 season. Afterwards, he then moved on to play professional basketball. Sun would be diagnosed with a benign tumor that was attached to his pituitary gland back in 2005. Because he didn't have health insurance or the money to pay for his medical bills, his sports agent initiated a fundraiser to collect the money for his surgery. The tumor would be successfully removed in September of 2005. Sun played for numerous American minor league teams like the Dodge City Legends, the Maryland Nighthawks, and the Grand Rapids Flight, but he also played in the Mexican League with Fuerza Regis and a league in Japan with Hamamatsu Phoenix. Later on in 2009, he would return to China and played for the Beijing Ducks in the Chinese Basketball Association. Ming Ming also appeared in some television shows and films like Rush Hour 3 and a Chinese show called Candle in the Tomb. He would be married to a woman who is 6 foot 3 inches tall, and together they're recognized as the tallest living married couple by the Guinness World Records with a combined height of 13 feet 10.72 inches. Number 11, Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal is often referred to as Shaq. He's a former American basketball player who's currently a sports...
Okay, now did you see him walking with, and them guys, they were all, looked like all the same height. So I don't consider him that tall.
Analyst on a television program called Inside the NBA. Shaq is regarded as one of the best basketball players and centers of all time. He stands 7 foot 1 inch tall and weighs around 147 kilos. He's a 4-time NBA champion and played for 6 teams in his 19-year-long career in the NBA. O'Neal was born in 1973 in Newark, New Jersey, and his father, Joe Toney, also played high school basketball, but due to his involvement with drugs, he went to jail when O'Neal was just an infant. Shaq comes from a tall family. His father was 6 foot 2 inches, and his mother was 6 foot 1, and by the time that O'Neal was 13, he was already 6 foot 6. He credits the Boys and Girls Club of America in Newark for providing him a safe space to play. He began playing basketball at Robert G. Cole High School at the age of 16 and helped his team to go on to win the state championship. His tendency to make hook shots earned him comparisons to the legendary Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. O'Neal also wore the same number as Jabbar, and his professional career began in 1993 when he was drafted to the Orlando Magic in the 1992 NBA draft. After 2 decades of ups and downs along with injuries, Shaq finally announced his retirement in June of 2011. He's also appeared in a number of films and television shows, such as Off to School, Shaq Life, and Grown Ups 2. Number 12, Ekaterina Lysina. Ekaterina Lysina is a Russian model and former basketball player. She currently holds a Guinness World Record for being the tallest professional model at 6 foot 9 inches tall. However, this is not her only world record. She also holds the title of the woman with the longest legs at 4 foot 4 inches. Wow. Both of her records are noted in the Guinness World Records in 2018. She's also been officially recognized for having the largest feet amongst women in Russia. As a professional basketball player, Ekaterina competed for the Russian national team at the 2008 Summer Olympics and won the bronze medal. The 35-year-old was born in Russia and weighs around 110 kilograms. Besides modeling, she also works as a cosplayer and has portrayed Lady Dimitrushka the antagonist in Resident Evil Village. She's also a social media celebrity, and in November of 2022, her social media following surpassed 10 million followers. She's garnered more than 117 million likes on her socials.
Okay, hold on just a minute. How tall was she?
Can't remember.
Media celebrity,
Right.
And in November of 2022, her social media following surpassed 10 million followers. She's garnered.
Okay, you're that tall. Why in the hell you need them shoes on that make you even taller? Look at them.
Her legs are 4.5 feet.
Okay, well now they're about 6 feet with them 2-foot shoes on. Look at the stiletto in the back. That ain't a stiletto, that's a damn knife.
More than 117 million likes on her socials. She's a follower of Hinduism now and has become vegetarian after converting. Her unusual
See, I can't be veterinarian. I got to eat some meat.
stature can be attributed to family genetics, as not a single person in her family is below 6 feet.
Wow.
Number 13, Sandy Allen.
I remember this woman. She used to be the tallest living woman.
Sandy Elaine Allen was an American woman who was recognized by the Guinness World Records as the tallest woman in the world. She was born in Chicago in June of 1955 and was 7 feet 7 inches tall. Allen wrote a book titled Cast a Giant Shadow, and over the years, other women have taken the title of the tallest woman, but Allen alone held it for the last 16 years of her life. Her abnormal height would be caused by a tumor in her pituitary gland, which led to an uncontrolled release of growth hormone. Sandy grew up in Shelbyville, Indiana, and was raised by her grandmother, who worked as a cleaning lady. When she was just 22 years old, she underwent surgery to have the tumor removed, and if she hadn't gotten it resected, Allen may have likely continued to grow and suffer from other medical issues associated with gigantism. Sandy also appeared in television shows and films, which included Fellini's Casanova, Sideshow, and a documentary film called Being Different. She never got married as she considered herself an old-fashioned girl and was not willing to date a man who was shorter than her. In the later years of her life, Allen would use a wheelchair as her legs and back were no longer able to support her weight while standing. She was also bedridden at one point due to disease, which led to atrophy in her muscles. Sandy spent her final years in a retirement center in Shelbyville until she passed away in August of 2008. According to her family, she suffered from a recurring blood infection, type 2 diabetes, breathing problems, and renal failure. Number 14, Oliver Richter. Oliver Richter is a Dutch bodybuilder.
Damn! Look at that.
Actor, model, and the founder and CEO of Muscle Meat. Richter is famous for his exceptional stature and physique. He is 7 foot 2 inches tall and was also the cover model of the November 2018 Netherlands edition of Men's Health. Richter would be featured in a documentary by the same magazine, and because of his size, he maintains a daily caloric intake of 5,000 for filming and between 6,500 to 7,000 calories for any other tasks during a 24-hour period.
Wow.
He takes 7 meals in a day, along with an oat shake that's made of ultrafine pats blended with a whey scoop. Richter was born with a condition called pectus excavatum, which caused his bones to grow in a way in such that they squeezed the cardiac muscle. His heart was 20% smaller than it should have been, so he underwent a procedure that involved breaking his ribs in order to allow the lungs and heart to grow. He's appeared in several films, which include Black Widow, The King's Man, and Louis Wayne. He's all set to star in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny in 2023. Richter holds the record for being the tallest professional bodybuilder as of 2011. Number 15, Siddiqa Parveen. Siddiqa Parveen is an Indian woman who is currently listed as the tallest living woman by the Guinness World Records. She's also the tallest Indian woman in recorded history, and Parveen is 7 feet 8 inches tall.
Wow.
She would be born in 1986 in West Bengal, India, and she first became famous when India TV News would report her to be 8 feet tall in 2013. She weighed a whopping 160 kilograms. In December of 2012, Parveen was measured lying down by Dr. Debasi Shah, who found her to be 7 foot 3.5 inches, but her upright height was estimated to be 7 foot 8 inches. Sadiqa suffers from gigantism, which is caused by a giant invasive tumor in the pituitary gland, and because of her height and associated medical conditions, she was homebound and helpless for almost 15 ongoing years until she finally underwent surgery at the Premier Hospital. According to doctors, this was the first one of multiple steps in her road to complete recovery. Besides the tumor, she also had a spine fracture that prevented her from walking properly. Her doctors believe that if her condition had been diagnosed 10 years earlier, she would be completely fit today.
Damn, guys.
Those are some tall people.
Those were some very, very tall people.
Yes. And it's sad because a lot of them did have health problems because of their height. That's sad.
All right, let's see. Let's see what the poll says. It says, did giants exist? 94% said yes, 6% said no. So we'll end it, and it should pop up there. Maybe it won't. Okay. Maybe it won't. Guys, I believe giants existed, in my opinion. I'm just throwing my opinion out there. You've seen living giants and giants that lived during our times. You heard about it in the Bible. Why not believe your own eyes and what you hear from the Bible? Unless you don't believe in the Bible or you don't believe your own eyes, is what I'm saying. There it is. It did pop up there. I'm sorry. Thank you, Tammy. I was getting ready to say something to that effect. Why couldn't giants have been around and helped build the pyramid? At least on the outside. You had to have tall people to get that up there. And you're going and look at it like this. They had strength. They're finding bones. Now, let me ask you this. Do you believe in giant animals? You know that there's what do they call him? The elephant.
Manatees?
No. Woolly mammoth.
Yeah, man.
Let's go look for some of them.
Well, they said Bigfoot is a giant, and he or she is supposedly an animal. So. And then dinosaurs at one point in time existed, and they was huge. It was huge.
Now, I'm not saying these are, but they're awful peculiar. That's all I'm saying. It's awful weird and they're peculiar. So let's go with this this right here. And I guarantee you I'm gonna have, I know it. Give me just a second. All right. Now this is peculiar to me. It is rock formations that look like giants and animals. Just watch.
Hell on this fine day. So I have a video in my playlist about this particular image. This is of a native that lived in the area. It's very strange. So that got me into looking at pictures of mountain ranges and stone formations.
He's going to turn it up. Now
Some of them are quite fascinating.
I'm not saying these
in their own right. Mother Nature sure is an artist. So that's a beautiful mountain range. But what's really weird is if you turn it on its side, it has a...
This right here is this picture right here. Look at that.
Wow.
There's the nose, the eye, the mouth, the chin, the cheeks, the forehead.
Whole kind of different perspective. That's the amazing part. I think you can see it now, can't you? I'll zoom in a little bit.
Wait till you see the neck.
Doesn't that look like some kind of frozen in stone face? That was one of my favorite images. And I also
look at this. Trunk, head, eye,
ears.
The ear of an elephant.
Yep.
Baby elephant right here on the island. Now I'm not saying these are real, but just think outside the box. Could this been a mama elephant saving her baby elephant and putting him on an island so he wouldn't get harmed or drowned or whatever? Just think outside the box. I'm not saying it's real. It's just odd looking though, ain't it?
Found this one sitting in the ocean somewhere. What do you think that looks like? That is quite an amazing stone formation. The elephants. Looks like it almost should be there.
What do you see here? Right here. A monkey fingers. I don't really see the fingers, but I do see the monkey face right here. The eyes, the forehead.
Of course, on the internet, you run into all kinds of amateur artwork, and this is kind of portraying what...
Tammy, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that.
Looks like the fallen giant. So not to be outdone by the frozen face in the cliffside and what looks like a sphinx head that's maybe eroded away. It's amazing what you can see in these images of Mother Nature. Here's William Daniel, old man of Hoy. Look at that tall guy. He's just looking out over the ocean. Probably been staying there for quite some time. Looks like a horse. Some kind of head of something. Looks like a horse.
Thank you so much. That's very much appreciated.
Just fallen over right there by the water. The polar bear.
Now that looks like a polar bear. Check this out. That looks like a polar bear. But I've got one.
Isn't that something? Probably swept out through the wind. Maybe a little water eroding. It's like another sphinx somewhere out there. The eyes staring out into the distance. Not to be outdone by...
He says this looks like a camel. I don't see that.
The tall, giant camel-looking thing. Almost like one of those creatures from maybe Star Wars or something. Pretty amazing. Looks like it still has a satellite. Massive turtles in the 100 Islands National Park. Amazing. But this is what...
Wow.
That looks like a pig. But it also looks like a big ass a bulldog. Not a pit bull, a bulldog. Look at the face. There's the ears, the eyes, the nose, the mouth.
One of my favorite pictures. The way nature carves that out of stone. Looks like... I don't know what that is. But it was interesting. Another head sticking out of a mouth. All right, here's one. I won't tell you where it is. See if you can find it.
Forehead, nose, eye,
It's
mouth.
another face in the mountain. There it is. What the eye can see. Here's some more smaller ones.
All right, guys. Let me get to the one that I do want to show you. Right here. This is a TikTok, but I want you to see this.
Honestly, I get tagged.
Okay, this is a rock, guys. This is a rock formation. What do you see right there?
Things like this all the time, and I really don't know much
Look
to
at
say
the
on it
size
other
of that.
than like
That is a
automatically assume it's
mountain.
real that crocodiles were ever this size, or that this is real at all. I mean, it's cool looking, but it.
Look at that. I don't care if maybe somebody may have went and chiseled it out or whatever, but if they chiseled that out, that's damn good work. Because that's the teeth, top jaw, bottom jaw, the eye, the eyebrow, the neck, the scales,
Arms.
the arm, the belly.
Wow.
Watch it though.
I mean, it's obviously fake. There's just there's no way that this could be considered a real animal. I mean, fossils. No, fossils don't look like this. Looks like someone spent a lot of time editing a real life crocodile to make it look like the surrounding rocks and just put it right in there. Honestly.
Y'all believe that was carved in there? Or do y'all believe that's a prehistoric gator?
I believe it could be a prehistoric gator, like a dinosaur gator. In my opinion.
Would it stay like that though?
I have no idea.
You find no dinosaurs that stayed that size, that good looking.
Maybe it was in the Ice Age and froze.
What do y'all think? Real or not?
I don't know.
Real or not?
It's questionable.
One, if it's you think it's real. Two, if you think it's fake. Three, if you don't know.
Very interesting.
I'm 50-50 on it too, Mama P.I. But damn, it looks good though. If that is a prehistoric dinosaur, it looks good for its age. All right, let's go back here. Okay, now these are giants who died in the flood that turned into rocks.
What if you could do SEO smarter and faster? With Wix, you can edit your meta tags page by page or all.
While we're waiting on this, y'all hit that thumbs up, y'all hit that share, and that subscribe. If you haven't, please do so. I'd have to see it in person too, Mama P.I. I'd want to see it in person. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so in the Cash App. That's not required. The only requirement is you come in here and have a good time with us and sit and listen to some of the stories that we tell. And that's all we ask. And have a good time. So let's go see what the giants who died in the flood turned into rocks. I'll take the big ass catfish. That looks freaky as shit right there. I know that's a picture. Do y'all know where that's at? Look where it's at. And I mentioned this a while ago. Y'all see where that's at? That's painted in the floor.
Wow.
The Denver airport.
That'd be freaky.
Didn't I say something about hiding stuff under the Denver airport? There's hidden tunnels and hidden cities under Denver airport. Also, a little secret, and if I can find it again, I'll show it to you. If something ever happens that the POS or POTUS has to go to. Do you know where Air Force One takes them? Air Force One takes them right here.
Wow.
Why does he take him right here? Air Force One flies the Prez right here. All right, let's go on. Sleeping Giant. Look at that.
Wow.
What was that movie we watched? About the mountains coming alive.
It's on Netflix.
Gargoyle?
No, it's called Trolls.
Trolls. We watched a movie on Netflix called Trolls. Watch this. Do you remember Lot's wife? Do you remember Lot's wife? She was turned into a pillar of salt. And that's weird that I can remember all that, but there's some things that I can't remember. But she was turned into a pillar of salt. Now this I don't believe is her. I'm not saying that is. Do you see what that says?
What in the world? Oh my goodness gracious.
Now, to be honest,
wow.
I know I don't think that's what it is, but to be honest, what does it look like?
It kind of does.
Right here's the nuts.
What's to say that there ain't a John underneath that?
Well, he died happy.
I guess so.
Good. Ooh.
What in the...
You know what that looks like?
Holy moly.
That's a big woman.
That is a big woman. Holy crap.
That is like throwing a hot dog down the hallway.
Oh my goodness.
To be honest, guys, I'm going to say this. Some of you may laugh, some of you may not. But if you go to a woman and you can walk up in it like that, you better leave. I'm telling you, the ending to that relationship is not going to be good for you. Yeah. I'm not saying that it's a woman, and I'm not saying that that looks like an alien. That looks like a skull.
I don't see nothing.
Ty board the ass and pray. Sammy Crown said, you better run. I don't see nothing here, so maybe he'll tell us. That looks like a man laying down on a hill.
Yep, asleep.
Hold on. Let's get back here. Okay, this is what they're saying it looks like. I'm assuming. There's her head, her neck, her chest goes down, her knee goes up and goes down.
Yeah, it could be.
That's what I'm guessing they're saying, that she fell asleep like that. Oh, I see it now.
What is it supposed
Right here.
to be?
A woman. Here.
Oh, yeah, like her face,
her
but
nose,
she went
her
to your
mouth.
side. Okay,
Her man on
now.
the side, and there goes the shoulder.
Her hip.
Her hip.
Yeah.
That's a dragon. That's a dragon. There's the eye, the nose hole, the teeth, the mouth, the chin. That looks like a big ass Komodo dragon, and that's in Rurutu. And that might have been a big ass swimming dragon, because that looks like what a gill would have been. Let me go back to that one now. Eye, forehead, hair, witch's nose, and a long ass chin. That one looked, hold on, that one looked Oriental, didn't it? Oriental eye, nose, mouth, chin. That actually looks like a sleeping Indian, because that looks like a headdress. That looks like Santa Claus. How lazy his head, his white beard, his cold nose, he's crying. That dude was getting ready to ski off that head. He's gonna jump off his forehead, go down, hit that nose, and then drop into the chin.
I don't see it.
Right here. There's the eye, the mouth, the nose. Weird looking things out there, ain't there? This one I have seen before. Forehead, nose, mouth, chin, her breast, the belly. Right here's her, what do you call it? Pelvis area.
Yeah. And her legs.
And her leg. Yeah. I have seen that one before.
That's an awfully small head. Be a giant with a teeny tiny head. That little itty head, and look at this big old body. Wow.
That looks like a head right there.
I saw my top.
That actually looks like a head with a body.
That one. What was it? Something Australia.
Yeah. Now this reminds me of, what do you call them?
Chess pieces.
No.
I don't know.
Easter Island. You know the heads that stand up on the ground at Easter Island? They say there's bodies underneath. That's what this reminds me of right there. See a head and a nose and two eyes and a mouth. That looks like a couple. A man, nose, chin, a woman looking at him.
It's right there.
Right here.
Mm-hmm. If I the hell out if I seen something like that and looked up.
Well, you're not going to be paying attention because you're not going to be looking for it.
No, that'd be freaky.
I have That's a wolf or a dog. Look at that nose. The mouth, the eye. That looks like a big ass wolf. That's a big ass salamander or gator or Komodo dragon. There's the eye, the mouth, the nose. Yeah. That's a big ass rock's what that looks like. Now these look like, that looks like a skull. That one looks like a skull. That one looks like a whale the size of, and I've seen that happen before on YouTube. I haven't seen that close, but the side busts out on them and everything comes rolling out. That looks like a sphinx that never got finished. That looks like one. This looks like one that had died. And that looks like an alien. That big old forehead. 2 eyes, mouth. Oh, this one really looks like an alien. Guys, look at those scales. Nose, eye. Holy shit, look at Bigfoot.
It's a big ass foot.
How did they get your footprint?
Hell, I don't know.
Big ass tree climbers you got.
I have no idea.
That's big, but this one looks like an alien to me. That looks like one. That's on the side of the road there.
Wow.
Wow. That looks like an 8. Look at that. Now somebody carved that, guys. I'm sorry. Somebody carved that.
Whoever did.
Let's go back and see what else we can find. What is that? Man, no. Yeah, these look. Look, there's another penis.
Good.
Look. Right there. Look at that. All right, guys. I'm going to shut that off. I don't want to show no more penises. No offense.
That's an awfully big pee-pee.
You see the cooter hole?
Land ho!
There's a hole about something. I don't know. Yeah, and I don't believe.
Okay, honey, I'll check it.
Go ahead and let's pull. Is it something to do with this, Mama Pi? Go ahead and check it. If it's got something to do with this, I'll share it if you want. If you want me to. Now, if you don't want me to, I won't.
This like us.
Did you see that big ass penis, Ghost Devil? Holy shit! What's that big?
For JJ hole.
That JJ hole you had to have, and it would take more than 2x4. Trust me. Hold on. I won't.
No, not really.
Okay. I'm sorry. Won't be shared then. But did you see that goat devil? She's watching it though. I won't. Man. And that big gator. The gator's what gets me. Now, my family is from Saltville, Virginia. And they found a woolly mammoth up there. Oh, no. You said no, not really. So Becca can watch it. But they found a woolly mammoth up there, almost fully intact. Still had the fur on it. I didn't get up there to see it before it got gone. Because, like I said, once you find something that they don't want you to know about, guess what? It disappears. Now, guys, if you want to, go check out Denver Airport, The Secrets of Denver Airport, and watch them.
We might, can we talk about that one day?
Well, I don't care. But The Secrets of Denver Airport, there's a lot of secrets hidden under there. A lot. I didn't show you personally. It come up on that when it first started. Denver Airport. All kinds of things. Some people don't like talking about stuff like that, but I don't care to bring it out. Not one bit. Why would you? They're bringing out everything else. Why can't you bring that out? Now, tomorrow, guys, I know that there's 2 escaped convicts. One's in D.C. and one's in Alabama. People think I don't look at true crime all the time, but I'm sitting here looking at different stories. I got 3. You can see one right here. I got the one I'm looking at, and then I got one sitting up here, getting ready to put a 4th one here somewhere so I can make sure. That I've got it set somewhere, and I'll have like Twitter up here, or X now, whatever it's called. I'll have X up here. I'll have Facebook here. I'll have YouTube here. And then I got another place that I can look over here. Once I get the other one set up, I got to figure out how to set it up right here somewhere. But I might go on early tomorrow and do a story of either the DC. I don't know yet. I haven't really. I've seen it when it first happened, and I haven't been looking at it since. I've been watching the one in DC.
Hey, Criminal Med.
Yes, hey, Criminal Med. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Hope you're doing, my darling.
Yes. But I've been watching that one, and I watched where they brought the one in Philadelphia, and they walked him from, I guess that was a doctor's office, a hospital or something, where they had him in a Seymour Hiney gown and walked him to the truck. And if you don't know what a Seymour Hiney gown is, it's that white gown they put on, and you see more of your ass than you do. No, I'm not wearing shiny pants.
And let its thighs touch together and cause a friction fire.
No. You do that, and where I'm so fat and I like to eat a lot, it's going to smell like dinner. They're going to think it's fried chicken. All the grease coming out of my big ass. On my security cameras, got new ones that also record. I got to get me some. But like I said, I'm working all the time, and the work that I do pays for the bills, and the work that Becca does pays for the other bills, and it's just hard getting stuff to come in. I can't even afford the StreamYard right now. See, I'm just on regular StreamYard. I can't even put none of my, excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. I can't even put none of my, where'd they go? I know I got them.
His banners.
My banners and stuff like that. Yeah. Free plan does not let you go. You got to upgrade. So, you know. But I will. For some reason, they stopped searching in the Gulf. Did they really stop searching? I wonder why. Well, when I get off of here, I'm going to read some more. And guys, before we go any further, because it's almost 12, and I'll tell you what, since I haven't said anything before 12, we've been going through all this. I'm going to give y'all to 12:30 Eastern. If you would like to have a song played tomorrow night on the bonfire, please tick it in the email up there. It says put your request in. I got it pinned to the top. Go up there and grab that email and send your song in. Tomorrow night is Boys Night Out. If you want to send a dedicated song to your husband, your son, your cousin, your brother, whoever, I mean, as long as it's to a male, please do so. Oh, I want hardwire. I don't want Wi-Fi. Like I said, I got to wait till I can get the money, though. Mama P.I., if you want to send me that in my email at it's Tattooed Rebel 2229, and I will check it out. I promise you.
Or sweetie, you can send it to me, and I'll just
Or yes,
straight to him.
Yeah, send it to Becca. You can send the information on to Becca, and she'll give it right to me.
Whichever. And he'll do some digging. You got anything
now,
about it? He'll do some digging about it.
To be honest, I'm related to it's like fifth cousin. Okay, just send it to Becca. That's fine, Mama. Yeah, but I'm related. I got a fifth cousin that's on my. I think he was on my dad's side, but murdered my sixth or seventh cousin on my mom's side. Now he escaped from prison, and I'll think of his name while I'm trying to tell you this. He escaped from prison and was 5 feet from the Canadian border, and he would have been free. But he stopped, turned around, went back, and turned himself in, and he ended up being executed.
Oh, I don't know nothing about him.
Let me think of his name. It's not Tuttle. It'll come back in my head sooner or later, and I will tell you all about it, and I'll write it down so I can remember. His last name started with a T. Tuttle, Tittle, something like that. Toomey, Tootle, something to that effect. But he had murdered a girl. They gave him the death penalty. He escaped. Like I said, 5 feet from the Canadian border. Was getting ready to go across, and turned around and went back and turned himself in. Because he knew if he'd have made it over there, he didn't know nobody, didn't have no family, didn't know how to speak that language. He was back from the holler. I mean, this boy talked real country. Okay.
That'd be a true crime in history. That'd be cool.
Yeah, just send it to Becca, and I'll look up what I can on it, okay? Dang on, what was his name? I'd have to ask my uncle. Well,
if he remembers.
He was hung for murder.
Wow. Tammy, honey.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for letting us know.
Like I said, I got all this. I just got all this stuff on me right now. We got to pay our bills first thing, and then I'm going to try and help my uncle out. They just put him in a nursing home.
Assisted living, yeah.
Yeah, assisted living. I guess he was a big time outlaw. Oh, I will definitely check that out. I love reading stories about outlaws. Billy the Kid, Doc Holliday, people like that. I love reading stories like that.
Yeah, his nephew or his uncle that they put in assisted living, he caught the big C, and he's catched it a couple times. But this last time, it really put him under, and now he's in diapers and stuff like that, and he can't walk or nothing. So y'all pray for him.
Oh, there's 2 songs about him? Okay. I'm sure when I start to look it up, it'll show. So that'll be a good one. 26 likes. Thank you guys for getting them likes up for me like that. That I really do appreciate that. But now share me out everywhere, because this happens every Thursday. We're going to talk about stuff like this. We may even talk about a true crime story, because Becca's not really into true. She's not into true crime.
Every now and then I'll watch it, but I don't. As in me doing a story on it, it's very few and far between.
Well, we don't have that here. We have the drugs. This street here's had 1 murder on it, and that was back when I was 20. And the only reason I want to keep mine is to keep a watch on my kids and stuff like that. And I wanted to be able to record. Okay, she said she sent you the song. Thank you, Mama P.I.
Thank you.
Like when we're not here, I won't be able to record. If anybody breaks in, I'm gonna bust your ass. I've got doorbell cams, but they don't record. So I was thinking about putting back up my wish list, but I don't want y'all to have to pay for it. I won't be able to do it. So that's why I've not put it back up. Oh, it's all over these coasts. Plus, not far. Well, I'm gonna say.
Do you want to dedicate it to somebody, Mama P.I.?
No, she's talking about the songs for the thing.
But she said if you want to play one of them tomorrow night. But if you want to dedicate it to somebody, put it in my send me the name.
Yeah, whoever you want to dedicate it to.
Whichever
as long
song.
as it's a special man in your life, whether it be your husband, son, cousin, whatever. Stuff like that. And you tell us which one. And I'll play that one. It's tomorrow Friday? Yeah, tomorrow is Friday. Okay.
Yeah.
Ghost Devil, don't forget to send me your song, brother. And like I said, it can be for your grandpa. You tell us which one, and I'll play it. I promise you. Ghost Devil, don't forget to send me yours. And like I said, it's for Boys Night Out. And tell your mama to send one. I think she already has in Discord. I'll have to check, but I want to make sure. Okay.
And it's dedicated to a special man.
Oh, that's fine. I don't show the videos. I just play the music. But guys, I'm gonna stay on 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna jump off here because we gotta get up and do a lot of work. And the kids get out early tomorrow because they're having the race here, and we ain't going nowhere. So if Becca needs to go store, I want to go early during the day because the race is at night, and when it lets out, it's hectic as hell here.
You'll be sitting in traffic for a couple hours.
This is gospel truth. When we first got together, I wasn't thinking about the race being there, and we went down through there, and it wasn't bad because the traffic had already stopped and everybody was in the trap. But on the way back, I think we went to see your mama.
I think so.
But on the way back, we had caught the race traffic. Holy shit. Okay.
Just
Tell
send it to me, honey.
Tell Becca which song you want to hear and who it's to. And I will play it, I promise you. Good night, Tammy. Thank you for the information on the cameras, too. Thank you so
Good night,
much.
Tammy. Love you, honey.
And again, thank you for your donation to the Cash App. You didn't have to, but it's very much appreciated. I thank you so much for that. I really, really do. Thank you. Yeah, we're just going to stay on here 10 more minutes because it's 1:50. I've been on here 1:51, an hour and 51 minutes, and then me and Becca can get up because, like I said, got a lot to do in the morning. She's got to get the kids off. The newer one is the best in my opinion. Okay.
I have no idea what we're going to talk about next weekend or next Thursday. So you'll keep tuned in. Definitely.
I guess I'm going to start doing shorts again, ain't I?
I haven't done a short in a while. I used to do them every day.
Every day.
Every day.
But God, look, there's 10 in here. I thank y'all, and now I'm up to 27. Thank you for the life. Seriously. Let me just say this, and I'm not talking about anybody else, okay? I'm not mentioning no names or anything like that. What I want to say is a lot of YouTubers want to call the people that come and watch them subscribers or members. When you subscribe here, you become family. Once you become a member, you're even closer family. But you're not a subscriber and you're not a member, you're family. Whether it's in a subscriber position or a member position, you're family here. I don't like the word subscriber or member. I like calling you family because that seems better to me.
Hello, Sunshine.
Hey, Sunshine.
Darling.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Sunshine.
darling.
Have you been watching these giants and these crazy rock formations? Did you watch that with us? That was some crazy stuff. And don't forget to send your song in tomorrow, Sunshine, if you want to hear something tomorrow night on White Trash Family for the bonfire. But thank you so much for the kind words. But that's the way we feel. I mean, even though it's YouTube and we don't know you personally, the only one that I know in ours personally is Hippie Grandma. And I've known her.
Love you
We
too.
love you too, Mama P.I. I've known Hippie Grandma before I met her son.
Before he met me.
Before I met Becca, and before I met her own brother. So that's been a minute. I've known her brother for years. I mean, years. We were like I've known him for 30-some years.
If not longer.
No, I didn't know him when I was 10. I knew him when I was about 15. And I knew him when I was about 18 and he was 15 because he's a couple years younger than I am.
So 30 plus years.
You don't have to get my age out.
I just said 30 plus years.
I've known him for a minute.
That's giving my age out because you're 18 years older than me.
I know him before she was born. And he was a tattoo artist. He's probably like I can. It's just city.
Ooh,
I like it.
Hazard, Kentucky.
Yes, I have. And I'll tell you when we was there. And then I'll tell you how long it's been since I've been there. I was 16, working in a tobacco warehouse in Abingdon, Virginia. I loaded the truck, and the truck driver said, hey, because he worked the same company I did, and I'd be back the next day. He said, we got to go through and deliver this to It wasn't Hazard, but we had to go through Hazard. So we just stopped there that night, got unloaded in the morning, and come straight back. So yes, I've been to Hazard with a load of tobacco. And how long has it been since they let us grow tobacco out in the open? I'll be 55 in, what is it? What month is this?
It's a September in 2 months.
In 2 months, I'll be 55. Holy shit, 55.
I'll be 37 in December.
Goodness gracious, I've known him for almost 40. No.
Close to it. About 35, 36 years.
Yeah, 36 years. Bob and I have been friends for over 50 years.
Wow.
You ain't that old, Criminal Man, are you really?
You don't look it, darling.
I don't think you do. Your picture, you look younger.
Mm-hmm.
Are you really? Becca is young. She really, really is young.
I don't feel young. I feel like I'm 80.
And guys, it's just a number to us. Becca's 18 years younger than I am. Sons are 45 and 43. Damn.
Wow.
Well, you look good for your age,
Yeah,
Criminal
you do,
Man.
girl. Work it, girl.
You do look good for your age, Criminal Man. My oldest son is
24.
I thought he turned 25 a couple of days ago.
He's born in 99, so
24.
24.
And he got in the car today.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, look on his Facebook. My oldest is 24. And if you count James as mine, which basically is, my youngest is 7 years old. So it goes 125. Stephen's will be 20.
Hunter's going to kick your ass. He's 24.
Okay, 24. Sorry, son. 124. Stephen will be 20. Tyler and Trinity will be
13.
13.
And baby James just turned 7.
Baby James just turned 7. You're going to Kentucky? Are you kin to the Dukes?
All Miss Sunshine's kids are the same age as Criminal Med. Miss Sunshine, you don't look that. You look so young too, darling.
You do look young, Miss Sunshine. I didn't.
Yes, ma'am. She's got the same age young as Criminal
You
Med.
do, don't you? And Becca didn't catch that joke, Mama P.I.
What?
I said if she kin to the Dukes.
Dukes of Hazzard?
My grandchildren are 17, 13, 11, 11, and 8.
Oh, you have twins, don't you, honey?
Who?
Criminal Med. She's got twin grandchildren, I believe.
Oh. 63, no
Sweetheart,
way.
you don't look it, honey. Not at all. Yes, y'all do. Woohoo! Girl power. Work it.
I hope I look that good when I'm 63.
Yes, y'all do rock. Woo-woo.
Well, congratulations on being that young.
Well, you turning around your my age.
Both of you.
You turning around, you're 36.
Criminal Major 69, really?
There ain't no way, Criminal Med. Y'all both look amazing. Y'all look way younger.
Didn't you
way
say
younger.
Didn't you say you was going to Kentucky, Mama P.I.?
She said who?
When you said Hazard, that's why if you said you was going to Hazard, that's why I said, are you kin to the Dukes?
And he said I didn't get it. And I said, what, Dukes of Hazzard? I heard you. You're welcome, Criminal Med, honey. You look amazing.
You do look amazing.
Yes, you do.
Well, I hope I look that good when I'm 63.
She's 69, honey.
I mean 69.
You're welcome.
63. Oh, Sunshine.
Sunshine said she was 63. Criminal Med said she's 69. Neither one of you beautiful ladies look your age. You look amazing.
You really do. Wow.
Absolutely. I want to look that good. Whoop whoop. I want to look that good.
You ain't gonna look that good being married to me though.
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna put gray hairs in. 102. Ghost Devil.
Ghost Devil. You ain't no damn 102. You the same age as I am. Yes, y'all do rock. Yo, go girls.
Mama
Woo,
Fiesta.
woo.
So you are kin to Deuce. Will you do me a favor when you get over there? Tell Daisy I said I want a pair of them Daisy Dukes that she wore. I just want to hang them up on the wall. You don't even have to wash them. Just take them off. 110.
Ooh, that's nasty. That's some old Daisy Dukes. If they ain't washed, they probably ranky, in my opinion. Just saying. If she's been wearing them for 30 years.
Have you seen Daisy back in the day?
No.
Daisy rock. I said when you get over it, you couldn't hear me because Becca was bellowing out. When you get over there, could you ask Daisy, can I have a pair of them Daisy Dukes she used to wear? And they don't have to be clean or anything. Just throw your pair out and put them in a trunk and ship them to me.
My mom is 85 and hardly has any gray hair. Wow.
Really?
Wow. Awesome. She's an amazing lady too. Awesome, guys.
I know it was a joke though. You knew Pitts, Knox, and Smith. Oh. We're kin to some Smiths, but they're from Saltville, Virginia. Ghost Devil sent that green smile.
Yeah, Ghost Devil is the oldest person here. He said he's 102.
Digger Doug.
Hey, Digger Doug. Hi, darling. Good to see you, sweetheart. Yeah, only if you wear shiny pants, like I was talking about. You wear the shiny pants, it friction. It frictions on the thighs, guys.
No.
Turns into a fire.
I'm not going to start a fire in my crotch. No.
Fire crotch.
Everyone had a pair of Daisy Dukes, still have mine, and they fit.
Woo woo.
Well, I had a pair of them too, but when I've been over one time, they split. So I don't have mine no more. Because I didn't want my boys hanging out. I'm not trying to be nasty to nobody, but I just didn't want that.
Those are awfully short shorts.
They were short shorts. But she's never seen what Daisy looked like back then. No, she hasn't. She needs to.
Let me pull her up.
I'll pull her up. Here, hold on.
Well, go ahead.
I'll pull her up.
Well, go ahead. Everybody can see some Daisy and her Daisy Dukes, her booty cheeks hanging out.
Well, what the hell happened here?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Has Smiths from Virginia, Ohio, Kentucky, Illinois, and Missouri. Wow. You never know. You might be related. You're related to Smiths from Virginia, right?
Mm-hmm.
You never know. You never know, Mama P.I. Distant, and we didn't even know, but we're still family here. But that would be
all right. I'm gonna show Becca Daisy. So turn your head away from the damn thing. Look over here.
I'm looking right there. Looking straight. I ain't seen no Daisy Dukes.
All right, hold on. You're getting ready to see some Daisy Dukes. Oh, hey, come on. Ooh. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna give this. You got to show me your picture. Because that ain't the name that you usually come in here with. Yeah, I know. I heard about that. There you go, Hunter. That better be you, Hunter. Grab the link, Hunter. All right, well, while we're showing this, let's. Who's that? You talking about her yellow car? I put the link in there. Right up there, and it's in chat. Just scroll up a little bit. Daisy Dukes. You can see the candy though.
My damn legs are too chunky to wear shorts like that.
That was one of the famous pictures she had. All right, I'm gonna put it in here one more time. But now that's the Daisy Dukes.
My legs are too chunky to wear shorts like that, like I said.
I put it in the chat in the. Do you see it, son? Oh, my back. Hello, Miss Ann.
How are you?
What are y'all doing?
Getting ready to jump off here, and then we start talking about Daisy Dukes, and she'd never seen them, so I had to bring them up and show her.
Really?
No.
No. My legs are too chunky to wear shorts like that, girlfriend.
Daisy Dukes.
What's up, son?
I
am.
I see.
Miss ain't get him.
But guess what? I'm proud of you. I seen what you were standing in front of today.
Yeah, you know, but I also lost my job the same day.
Really?
You got work tomorrow?
Yeah.
I hope you have a hangover.
He don't work tomorrow. He said he lost his job.
Aw.
Yeah, go ahead and drink that stinking stuff.
Yeah, I'm on an actual phone call with
Send
my
me
best
some
friend.
of that beer money. I'm broke.
I got like now like maybe $60 for the rest of the week. Rest of 3 weeks actually.
Wow.
Well, what happened at the other one?
I used the gas card.
On your car?
No, I used the gas card for an actual vehicle, and they caught me. But it wasn't even like I was trying to hide it.
I got you.
But you know, I was on call because, you know, you always pick on me for not singing.
Oh, you were singing?
Yeah. But with my best friend. So give me a second.
Boy, you need to put a shirt on and pull them pants up.
Miss Ann's gonna get on him.
Mama P.I., that's Hunter. That's mine. He looks just like me.
He looks exactly like Redwood.
Yeah,
Acts just like me too when I used to drink.
pull them pants
That's the only part that don't.
Respect your old elders right here. Pull them pants up, boy.
Pull them breeches up, young.
Well, I ain't gonna tell him to put a shirt on because I used to do my lives without a shirt.
I was there. I'd steal all that beer and throw it in the trash can. And it won't
So
be
for
in the
one,
trash can.
So for one,
Oh, I got his attention.
Hunter Combs is back. I will pull my pants up for you, for one. But I don't do that because I'm from the city. And for two, I can't find a shirt, so you're shit out of luck.
I'm from the city. I still got my pants pulled up, youngin. I get on him all the time, Miss Ann.
I was born in New York.
Shit,
Manhattan,
I was
New York.
I was born from Atlanta. Oh, not really, but I was raised in Atlanta. So shit, man.
Well,
Doesn't matter what city you were born from. It's the way you were raised.
You were born right up the road from where you're from.
Shit. Don't play
You
with
were
me.
born
dog.
right up the road. And
Shit.
I can take you to the hospital.
All right, Mr. Redneck.
Who's Miss Redneck?
Hey, hold on.
He was caught by the police.
You got a little redneck in you too.
Just because I like country music don't mean shit. That's because of my best friend.
You're welcome.
He said, "You're welcome."
You heard him. He said, "You're welcome." That's because of him. No one else.
Where's your shirt?
He can't
They're
find
all
none.
dirty. They're all dirty, and I know I look good without a shirt. So.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Where is your shirt?
I don't know, but I'm looking for a cigarette. You gonna pass me a
About a
cigarette?
cigarette. You better find that shirt. Pull them pants
Oh
up.
shit!
Put your shirt on. Respect your old elders.
I found them. I really don't have a shirt. I was just looking when I used the
You better
bathroom.
find one. I'm gonna come out there and get you, boy.
Miss Ann lives in Georgia, Hunter. You're from Atlanta. You're not too far from Atlanta, are you, Miss Ann?
About 3
Not at all.
You said how long?
3.5 hours from Atlanta.
Nothing.
In Georgia.
Nothing. That gets me that I'll be there in like 2.5 because I drive crazy.
Yeah. I hope you get a ticket, Judge.
I'm a good
call
boy.
me when my Georgia boys go with that blue light and get you.
But see, that's the thing. In Atlanta, they don't even turn the blue lights off. They keep them on all the time.
Well, they do that around here, too.
Yeah, I was driving down in Atlanta like 2 years ago. And I was like, damn, there's the blue lights. And they just drove right past me with them on. I was like, what the fuck? My leg, my bad. I apologize.
Say Georgia
police. You can find them cigarettes and that nasty beer, but you can't find that shirt.
I know, right? The most important things in life.
Get that off my camera.
And beer.
That's a hard-headed boy right there. I'm gonna pull
Hey,
them
you can't
shorts
forget
up
the
too.
whiskey, though.
Rebel, I'm gonna get him. Yeah,
There he goes.
there you go.
He's putting on the shirt. He's putting on the shirt for you, Miss Ann.
Don't lie to me. Tell me I don't know where my shirt
Because
is.
I'm not gonna wear a company shirt that I don't work for.
Well, did I say put a company shirt on, Goofy?
Miss Ann's
Like
gonna get
giving them a promotion which they don't deserve because
You
they're
gonna sit here on panel with these old folks. You gonna put a shirt on and you gonna pull them pants up.
I can do one, not both.
The shirt didn't bother me.
Why you do both?
The shirt didn't bother me. The pants I didn't like. But
look, your hairline bothers me, but I don't complain about it.
But hold on.
No,
he's talking to
not
my.
you, honey.
But
Not
look at it
you.
like this, son.
Not you, Ann. I promise it ain't towards you.
But look at it like this, son. This is your future.
And look, I get implants. Don't play with me.
How you gonna get implants when you ain't got a damn job, goofball?
Give me like 4 days. I had an interview today, and they said they're gonna put me through. They just gotta do a background check. And if that don't work, I'm cutting trees, and that's $7,000 a week. So I ain't even worried about it.
I'll say this. I hadn't been in his life for a long time, but when we finally got together, he's not been without a job for at least a week.
Yeah, I can't.
He's always had a job.
Look, I've been without like a couple of months, maybe a year without a job. We found a way to get beer money any time of the day.
You goddamn right, boy.
You see?
Hey, tell him what's your GD.
Don't wear hats.
Oh, it's a 4.0.
Tell him watch it though.
GD.
What's GD? What you mean?
Who said GD?
The cuss word GD.
Oh, I don't say that. Not allowed.
He did.
I know. Who said it? Somebody.
He's not allowed to make.
Oh, I'm sorry. GD's a bad word. Bad word.
Gosh, my bad.
Because I'm monetized.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
Get him, Miss Ann. Get him.
Sorry. He doesn't know about the YouTube thing.
That's fine.
Well, he gonna know it when we get on here.
Mama P.I. said, if you don't want to be bald like your daddy, don't wear hats.
He wears hats all the time.
Not all the time.
You need to get a razor.
I haven't wore a hat in like a month or two, actually. I've been rocking the new cut, so I gotta with the
Criminal Med said T-shirts are $1.25 at Dollar Tree and $2.99 at Michael's.
What state are you in?
I think she's in Georgia. I'm not for sure.
Yeah, that's why.
He's getting your belly.
Hey, Sunshine. Hey, Criminal Med. Hey, Mama.
Wait.
Don't tell me to wait.
What you said, because someone said I had your belly, because that's a
I
lie.
had to jump over here on chat and see everybody for a second.
You're fine. No, she says you're getting my belly because of the drinking.
So my question is, do I have to like step out the camera to drink my beer?
Yeah, just the beer. You can smoke on here. I don't care.
Yeah, we smoke. Just drink your beer off camera.
That beer's gonna give you wrinkles in the face.
My beer makes me happy, so.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey, the wrinkles in the face, I ain't got them yet, so I think we're good.
I know.
Oh, Lord.
It'll catch up to you.
Oh, she says she's from South Carolina.
It'll catch up to you, Hunter. Sure will.
They'll catch up to me, but at the end of the day.
Mama P.I. said she's seen that side view of your hair.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, there we go with that little.
Conceited.
You need to get a razor.
Hey, I just want to ask, Dad, when did you lose your hair?
Probably when I was what?
I have no idea.
Probably in
I couldn't tell you.
I started losing it before 97.
What? How old were you then?
30 something.
Before you were born, Goofy.
No.
Okay, so we have nothing to worry about. I got 5 years, but by the time that, I will have the best hairline you'll ever see.
What are you gonna do? Shake your head and put it up on your head?
Criminal Man said Razor Dollar Tree.
I'm about
I like
to
Dollar Tree
get
too, Criminal
implants.
Man.
You think I'm playing? I'm like very self-conscious about my hairline.
Let me tell you something, son. And
Let me
I'm
tell
not
you.
no, let me finish. I'm not bragging because you're my son, okay? I'm not bragging because you're my son. And I'm not bragging because I'm bald headed. Because your daddy's an ugly old man.
Anyway.
You're just an old man. You're not ugly because you know that.
Well, I gotta say this. I believe you're handsome with hair or without hair.
Oh,
So,
you know, I make it pull off real good. You know, already.
no, I used to have a beard when I was his age, so I can't say no.
I don't know.
You had a beard before my age. I
had a beard when I
got a beard at 21.
I had a beard when I was 12.
You want me to show him a picture of Baby Hunter and you?
You don't have a picture of me as a baby.
Baby Hunter and you.
Oh, yeah. Becca found that picture.
Sure did.
Send it to me.
Criminal Man.
Oh, it's in there. It's in there.
It's in there. It's right
Oh,
there.
she found it in.
She's,
It's up here.
Criminal
I'm sorry.
Meds in South Carolina. She's real close to me.
Oh yeah, I guess I can show you too.
There you go.
Lord
That's Rebel and Baby Hunter.
Did you take a picture of it?
Does he not look like his daddy? He looks exactly like his daddy.
Look.
Poor kid.
Poor kid, Miss Ann.
How'd your doctor do? How'd your doctor visit go, Miss Ann? I wanted to ask you about that.
Oh,
I'm just sitting there.
The wound care doctor
I was sick and I was
yesterday
like, I tapped you and I was like,
dug in
listen to music.
the wound again. Let me turn this mess off. I'm so tired of hearing them. Lord.
Rebel Jr. Exactly, Criminal Man. Exactly.
What'd she say? Or he?
Said the picture.
Criminal Man said he looked exactly like Rebel.
There. Turn that stuff off. I'm tired of hearing them. They took all the bandage stuff off, cleaned it up. He dug in there again looking for blood vessels and made it start bleeding.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Well, that's because he's digging and trying to get them little dots, which are blood vessels.
Are you still not healing on your leg, honey? You still not healing?
Nah. It's not as bad as it was. It's looking better, but it's still not healed up. But anyway, he gave my cancer chemo doctor permission to go ahead and start me back on chemo. So today I went and saw him, and I'm going to start back on chemo October the 3rd. And I got 6 more treatments. I guess I'll be done around Christmas. And I asked him, I said, are you going to contact my other doctor if my tumor has shrunk so we can surgically remove it? He said, no, I'm going to give you radiation after the chemo. And I said, no, please, no. And so he said, I'm sorry. So I got to deal May I ask, what are you barking at?
I don't know, but you jumped like you shot me, saying.
She's silly. Okay, honey.
I did. Hey, Miss Horn. No.
Son, I know you can hear me. Hit that thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up.
He's muted. You're muted.
I already got you.
He does look like him, don't he? She said that's her old. He looks exactly like her.
You know what I mean?
Hold on.
Yes,
Yeah. I'm gonna mute myself again.
He looks like him. He really does. You weren't lying, girlfriend. He really does.
Go ahead, Miss Ann.
So here, that's what it looks like.
Damn.
Oh my goodness, honey.
Yeah, they put a stocking over the ace bandage because they were mad because the ace bandage was dirty. Because I got out there and cut the yard and weed eated and trimmed the bushes Saturday.
Right.
And she said, "You can't get this dirty." I said, "Why not? Y'all got 3 layers on here. It ain't going nowhere near the wound." I said, "I can't help it if it was dirty. I got to work in my yard. I have to do my yard work. I'm not on chemo right now. So I can get in the sun." But I got a guy that is one of my members on my accidents group. He messaged me last night because he wanted to know why he couldn't post anything. I told him, I don't know. I said, I have to go and look at the activity log to see one of my mods did something to you. Anyway, I found out what it was. He posted on the group about Georgia State Patrol was catching people, running radar and catching people. And I said, no, that's a big no-no. You do not post where the cops are and what they're doing. Okay?
Right.
And he understood. And he said, we were talking, messaging. And he said, here's my phone number. Anytime you need me, I run a landscaping business. I said, can I call you? And he said, sure. So we talked on the phone last night. He said, Miss Ann, with everything you're going through, leave that yard alone. Me and my partner come by and take care of your yard. I'm like, well, I told him I think they're going to start my chemo back up October 3rd because I did get a letter in the mail yesterday or the day before saying, my next treatment was October 3rd. And of course, the doctor confirmed it today. So anyway, I said, I can get out in the sun between now and then. And he said, no, you leave the yard alone. I'll come and do it. And I said, well, fine. Come on over.
All right. Got to tell you something. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
On what?
Miss Ann got monetized.
Yeah, there you go. Monetized.
Congratulations, Miss Ann.
Yeah, I'm still trying to set stuff up. And
I'm the next. I'm going to be the next big thing.
Help.
You already know.
She's been helping me. She helped me with StreamYard. So I got StreamYard now.
Good deal.
Do that. But,
that StreamYard, StreamYard's a mess sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know how to do it now. So, but I can only have one person up there. Eventually, they said you got to pay.
Well, you can have more than that up there on your free one.
You can have up to 6 on your free one.
They just got to hit that link that you put in chat, and it'll show up at the bottom of the screen, and you just click them in, and then it'll tell you when the back is full.
Yeah, it'll tell you when you can't pull no more up. Yeah, and it's a free one. That's what Rebel's using right now. It's a free one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I still gotta finish setting up some other stuff on there, and get the member link. I think. So I don't know, and then my personal information. So I sent some of that stuff today. I did that. Anyway, I'm in no big hurry.
Right.
Taking my time, walking myself through everything and trying to figure it all out. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I could get super chats now.
Good deal.
Uh, so I gotta wait until I get $100 in there.
Yeah, it's got to be $100. Because if it's less than $100, they won't send it to you. Because I got like 85, 90, or $75 in there. And once I get 25, they'll send me mine because I hadn't done much
I
this
got
month or last month.
$12.50 in there right now. It's no
Hey,
big
every little
deal.
bit helps,
Yeah.
honey. Every little bit helps.
Yeah, I gotta, once I get it all filled up. I told everybody today I did a YouTube live. Angel came on it, and I said what I was going to do was each time I do chemo, which is every other Tuesday, when I come home, I'm going to do a live just to let everybody know what's going on there. And then on Thursday, when I go back to get the chemo pump off, talk to the doctor. Then I'm going to do a live. And then once a week, I'm seeing this wound doctor. So after I see him, I'll do a live. So I'm going to try to start doing some more lives. Just to,
Right.
Yeah.
Who's doing that talking? Oh, you know what it is? It's my scanner.
I was like, I don't know.
Say I don't hear nothing.
Hold on. I didn't realize I had that one on too. Let me get up here and come on, mouse. Yeah. Ooh. I didn't realize that one was on. Okay.
Oh, prayers go, Steph. I hate to hear that.
Yeah, prayers go to everybody.
I hate to hear that, brother.
What happened?
Ghost Devil says prayers for Miss. Here, I'll let you read it.
Hold on, I'm trying to get this crazy mouse to shut up and go.
I'm so sorry, Ghost Devil.
I'm stage 4 too, Ghost Devil.
With prayers, definitely.
Yes, praying for your dad. I'm stage 4. They did a scan a couple of weeks ago, and I did a live. I had started out with the tumor on my rectum colon, size of a lime, and at first it was stage 3. A month later, they did another scan and found out the liver had 15 spots. So they just did a scan recently, and 7 of the 15 cancer spots on the liver are gone. And there's only 8, and they have shrunk. But here's the thing, I haven't had chemo since August 15th. So I don't know if that tumor has been metastasizing over to the liver, and it's had me pretty stressed out lately. And when I talked to him today, he said, no, the tumor has shrunk too. And I said, well, are y'all going to take it out? Because that's what y'all told me in the beginning. He said, no, we're going to let radiation do it. And I said, no.
Right.
So I'm not going to be able to get another PET scan until end of November, December, somewhere up in there. Well, he said after my 12th treatment, which I've got 6 more to go. So after that last chemo, I'll do a PET scan, and that'll let them know if any cancer is still in me, and I get to ring the bell.
Good. Better video that.
Yeah, we want to see that.
I know. Well, when I go for my last treatment, I'm going to have my sister, my 2 brothers, and my son there. And I guess if any friends want to be there, you know, maybe some of my nieces will be there. I don't know. It's, a ways off. And it's going to be around Christmas, and that's going to be kind of tough, on everybody. So
Colonel Matt said, that's fine. She did it. That's what she said.
Excuse me. I had to go to the main cancer center Monday, or it might have been Tuesday. I had to go there and pick up some paperwork. And this man, black man, I know he was younger than me. He just did his last treatment. And all of his family members and friends were standing there with poster boards and balloons. And I was crying. Like, I was the only one crying. Well, no, his sister was crying. And they were taking pictures. And I had, I met them all and was telling them, about my journey. And they were hugging my neck. And then when he came out, and after he hugged, family members, I walked up to him and hugged him and congratulated him. And he said, "Can I please pray with you?" And I said, "Sure." So we held hands, and some of the other family members come over there, and they put their hand on my shoulder or my arm or whatever.
Wow.
And we prayed. And I was just a boo-hooing and crying. And when we got done, they said, "Let us take your picture." So they took my picture with him. And it was super nice. It was awesome. I felt so loved and so happy, And I was so happy for him. And, he got to ring the bell 3 times. And it was just, it was great. It was great. And it just put more positive in me.
Right.
Seeing him smile and go through it. And, doing good. So I was happy, I mean, the tears were just tears of joy.
Right.
Hold on a minute. Well, I was going to tell him he was going to bed. If you're still here, son, good night. I love you.
He needs to. So it was cool. It was great. It was awesome. And, I really, really look forward to my last treatment, and get to ring the bell and all that kind of stuff. So it's Criminal Med. I just jumped over to chat. She said it. She or he? Criminal Med, are you a female or male?
It's a she.
It's a she.
It's a he?
She.
A she. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Anyway, she wrote, "It's a great feeling." So, yeah, I'll be there. I got a couple months to go. I get to flush 2023 down the drain by screaming out, I'm cancer free. So got my fingers crossed. I'm happy and excited, and I'm ready. I'm ready for it to be over with. I
And
dread the radiation.
Your hair's
Ma'am?
growing, Miss Ann.
Yeah, Shannon was gonna shave it the other night, but I messed around and it got a little bit too late. It was like 8:30 when I called over there, and she said, "Not tonight," and which was fine. I just got out of the shower and it was wet, but it don't take but about 3 minutes for it to dry. So anyway, I was over there today, and when I come home from the doctor, I went over there to talk to her and tell her about that. And I didn't even think about shaving it, but yeah, it's growing out, and when I put the hat on, it gets hot and sweaty. It's
Boy, you ain't lying.
yeah. So I'm ready for it to be gone again. Especially if you see all this gray over here. White snow.
I wish my beard would get that. I'm tired of it being 3 different colors.
Let me tell you something. I always buy Miss Clairol, the brown, because I'm a brunette. And once it washes out, then I got damn blonde in there. Blonde, brown.
I've tried every color you could think of, even the white. I've even tried straight bleach, and it comes back this.
Well, my brother told me a couple of weeks ago, he didn't know I shaved it, and he fell in love with my hat. He had to try it on.
Oh, the hat with the hair sticking out the top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's bald headed right here, and he's just got that white gray hair here. I told him he looks like Grandpa on the Addams Family. He kind of got mad at me, but he got over it. He said, "I don't appreciate that." I said, "Whatever." And so he said, "Do me a favor, when your hair grows back out, don't change it all them colors and look like a rainbow." I said, "I don't do that. I put the brown on there. When it washes out, I'm a brunette, so it's going to be brown and blonde. The more I'm out in the sun, the blonder it gets. I can't help it. And then the gray, it shines away. So, he's got to deal with it. But I've already noticed. See, up here it's kind of blonde, and then the very back it's dark. Then I got the gray.
I love the Addams Family. Yes.
Sunshine says she still watches the Addams Family.
Oh, really?
Becca watches this thing on Netflix called Wednesday.
I love it. Right.
It's about her going to school or something.
Well, every time you see old Grandpa on the Addams Family, think about my crazy brother.
All right, guys, it's 1 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. Grumpy?
Yeah, behind his back.
Oh.
I'm scared of my brother. He's a lawyer.
Oh.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah, I got a court thing coming up Tuesday, and he's going to be my lawyer.
Oh.
I'm not in trouble. I am not in trouble.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah. I'm got a lawsuit on somebody, and we're finally going to court. And my brother is mad. He's filing a complaint against the sheriff's department too. It's a long story. I'm not going to get into it, and I don't need to get into it.
Right.
YouTube. I don't need to be talking about it.
Right.
So maybe after it's over with, I might, but whatever. But he's not a happy camper.
I hear you.
And he's a defense attorney. And
okay.
Oh yeah. So he's rough. He don't lose. He's been a lawyer 38 years now. So he don't lose too many cases. He wins way more than he loses. I mean, he's a fighter. And I've had friends that have used him, and they've told me. I told him one day not long ago, I said, I want to go watch you in action.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
But I don't want you to know I'm in there. So, because they'll probably run me off.
I hear you. Well, Miss Ann, we're going to jump off here because
Tuesday, just what his attitude is all about in the courtroom. So, because he's going to be representing me Tuesday.
Right. Well, you get to see it.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be scared to open my mouth.
We're going to jump off here because Becca's got to get up in 4 hours.
Yeah, get these babies off to school.
Yeah.
And then they're only there half a day. So,
yeah.
Why?
We got the race this weekend here in Bristol.
NASCAR.
What do you mean?
NASCAR race this weekend. And when they have the race in Bristol, they let the school out so they don't get involved in all this traffic.
We live close to the Bristol Motor Speedway, NASCAR.
How
so they
close
have
are y'all?
About, what, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in Bristol, Tennessee, and we're in Bristol, Virginia. We're pretty close to it.
People coming in for the race, and it's going to be, they got it straight blocked. They'll have side roads blocked off, and it's a straight drive to the track from the interstate.
It's a pain in the ass, honestly.
Yeah.
It is.
I've been to Daytona.
I've been to Daytona and Bristol and what was that?
I went with my son and his wife twice to Daytona, and he just recently went to the Atlanta race, him and his wife. I said, thanks. Why didn't you take me tag along? Of course, they drink, and I don't. So
right.
It wouldn't have been fun for me. Well, it would have. I can have fun without drinking.
Oh yeah. But we'll catch up with you tomorrow night, Miss Ann. We'll be on here from Bonfire tomorrow.
All right. Everybody over there in chat, I love you, and hang in there. Take care. Be sweet. Be good. Angel.
Yes, ma'am.
Rebel gives you a hard time, let me know.
She's got a cast iron here somewhere.
Yeah, I know.
A bunch of phosphors.
I'll throw maters at him. I'll get him.
Those big old maters.
Yes.
And then
I got two cantaloupes out there.
Oh, Lord.
I threw my cantaloupe seeds out there.
Yeah.
And they have just went nuts. And I got two cantaloupes about this big. About the big as a softball. Not a baseball, softball. So I've been watching them waiting, getting close to, I mean, they're little, but I'll get a few bites out of it.
Exactly.
Then I had a couple of tomatoes that went bad, and I planted them out there, and they're coming up.
Good deal.
Oh, out of the tomato tree that you said that you was going to name me that one time.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
All right, thank you.
Tomatoes already out there growing.
Thank you, Mama P.I., for sending that information.
All right. We love you, Miss Ann.
All right, Miss Ann, be
love
good.
Love you, honey. Have a good night.
I love y'all.
Love you.
Y'all be good.
Mwah.
All right. Love everybody in chat, too. Y'all be sweet.
You too, honey.
You
Have
too.
a good night, sweetheart.
All right. Y'all, too. Thank
Good
you.
night.
See ya. You're welcome.
All right, guys, thank you for coming here. It was good talking to Miss Ann. It was good talking to my boy. He said he was going to go to bed. He told me he loved me. He said, good night, Dad. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I said, okay. Guys, thank you for coming in here. Tammy, if you're still here, thank you for what you've done for me. When y'all go out, please hit that like. Let's get me to 30 at least. I'm at 29 likes. Get the thumbs up for me. It helps me in the excuse me, in the algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't. That would be very much appreciated. And just, the Giants, just think outside the box. We love you too, Miss Ann.
Love you, Miss Ann.
But y'all guys have a good night. Please send your music in. Well, you had 12:30, so hopefully you sent your music in. If we got it, we'll play it tomorrow night. Thank you for people that did send it in. And remember, Saturday night on the bonfire is Van Halen, all their greatest hits. So please come watch that. Please come tomorrow night for the bonfire.
After the bonfire is my karaoke,
After
guys.
the bonfire is Becca's karaoke, so please go over there, sing a song for her, sing a song with her, however you want to do it. But guys, thank you for coming in. Also, prayers for Miss Ann, prayers for Ghost Devil's dad, and prayer for T-Rev's dad. Keep them in your prayers. Miss Ann's ordeal and Ghost Devil's ordeal. If you want to know, I'm not going to put T-Rev's stuff out there, but if you want to know, I think he did make a post on it, and I think he did tell it on one of his lives. But please go over and send prayers, and prayers to everybody that is going through that. I went through it with my brother, and it really sucked. It really sucked. Took a 500-pound man, almost 500 pounds, and in a year he was 99 pounds. I could pick him up and carry him like he wasn't nothing. 500 to 99 pounds in a year. It's devastating. It's the worst disease out there that I mean, in my opinion, because I lived through it or watched my brother go through it. And this is just my opinion, guys, even though I know the government has a cure for it. You got to have money to get it. You got to be the elite to get it. And they won't give it up because they can't make money. So please, anybody that you know has this disease, please pray. Prayer helps better than the medicine that they've got. I guarantee you that. Because who gave them the knowledge to make that medicine? The man that already knows how to cure it.
He's got them healing hands.
So y'all just keep them in your prayers. Ghost Devil, praying for you, buddy. Miss Ann, praying for you. T-Rev, praying for you, buddy.
We love you.
We love y'all, each and every one. Don't forget to come to the bonfire tonight. Like I said, hit the thumbs up on your way out. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so on the Cash App there. It'd be greatly appreciated. It's not required, but it would be greatly appreciated. The only thing that I ask you, come in here, have a good time, listen to us bullshit about some stuff, shoot the shit, chew the fat, whatever you want to call it. Chew your cabbage.
That's exactly right, Miss Ann. You stay strong, darling.
Stay strong. But I'm going to let you see a video, my outro that Ghost made.
Woo woo.
Everybody's already seen it, but I love it anyway. So y'all have a good night. We'll see you on White Trash tomorrow night for the bonfire. Y'all be good. Stay safe. We love you. And remember, here we don't say bye.
We say
your family. We say see you. So peace. Love y'all.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love